it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on a jet, the coach regretting and letting him stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine for the postseason, winners of 8 of their last 10.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot who was on their team, so let me take a quick peek. Carson, Marlon, Cup, and Juice. George Kittle, but they don't have an offensive line that should be able to block us. Should be. Oh yeah, I remember he raised some sand last time. The run stuff was goodness. No boy, yeah, they got a stick. They stiff on the front seven, but they a little bit weaker in the back end. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this. Let's see what we can do with this.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They will be led out by the 2nd overall pick back in 2016. Hard to believe he's already in his 4th season. Carson Wentz.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Backpack. 180. Check. What's your son?
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back.
Tackle he broke.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. The catch made by Miller. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's a run with Mack.
Oh, come on.
He shreds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Safety lined up in the corner, which is dumb, so we're going to switch that up.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them. But that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Gay's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught by Watkins. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The starting defense for the Titans.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Looking to throw. James. Pressure comes. comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football.
Oh, my goodness. Where do we go with this?
That clock has been sped up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
No, the timing
I'm a
wasn't
defender,
off.
so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now James, operating from the gun.
Not even catchable, dog.
They're going to be
like,
incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch
ain't
them,
no great job by
they
them.
remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback.
Give me that. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. That will be out of bounds on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Stay on your edges.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. James now throwing to start the drive. He's got Watkins on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's James throwing on first down. Caught by Jones.
Ooh, I
and
was
they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Yeah, you should know, but not everybody knows. One thing's for sure, you know. All right, let's see what kind of luck we get on this.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. That goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack.
He's shaking me this time, man.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Ooh.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jags have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Nobody taking your job, because that's the only reason why you're on the team. Really, you're the only one that we got that's fast for that.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. James eluding the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is James. To throw on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
James on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now James throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll get 34 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores.
Again,
he rifles one that's intercepted.
Pick 6, home.
Picked off at the 36, the 30, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's 21-3.
Hey, feel free to throw it to me again. I mean, pick on me all you want to.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it, the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Wentz on third down. And a catch good. It's Eifert fighting through, and he's got space. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Dang.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Oh, yeah, here we come.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a whole lot in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there,
he put the ball on the money. What else you want him to do?
For him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. James now off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Complete. It's Johnson. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run forward with Bo Scarborough. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
That's right.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
What's swinging on me?
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Here's James off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 3rd down, James. And that is incomplete.
That was the look, too. He just should have threw it further out and higher.
So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz.
Give it to me again.
He's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights.
You're right. I should do that.
Extend this big lead.
I should have let them back up, let them scrubs get some burn.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now the second down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
You're better off just hitting X, just a safe tackle, every single time you tackle.
Wentz now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Oh, clearly. Ain't got y'all audio systems.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Look at that.
D Ford in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He said, what else is new?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He completes this one to Mack. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Looking to throw. James. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
You ain't never did.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. James. This is the tight end, Fant. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's get it.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Let's get both some burn.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
We're finna test y'all deep, though.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check 26.
To throw is James. To throw on 2nd down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Jones has it, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Jags grab it. 30, 10, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for...
That's all right. You getting off the field now. We ain't even going to stunt that. Will Greer, you win. Bo, get you some burn. You gonna stay on because we just don't have no other choice. Deion Kane, Travis, and then we gonna go Keelan Cole. And Isaiah. No, you might need to stay in because this is the best you ever had. Ew. I don't know if I'm willing to give up protection, but I will give these boys a shot. Yep, you can stay in. You gonna come out. You can stay in. You gonna come out. That joker's short. We'll let him try it out. We'll give him a chance to lose his job. Oh snap, I didn't do the safeties. Oh, and I gotta do that, the rest of this stupid crap. Third down, running back. Oh yeah, Trayvon, dog. Gotta put him in too. Slot, yeah, we going Travis now. And then we'll do Isaiah McKenzie now. Man, I never had to do this before. Linebacker. We're going Kaiser White and Quincy. Telvin Smith ain't even gonna get thought of as coming in. Slot corner. Now we swapping it up.
Sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them.
All right.
Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wentz now on first down.
Them boys was coming for me. Them boys was coming for you.
Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. And now he's going to use his legs. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ooh,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, we in your face.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Like, man, coach, you just got to give me more burn, coach.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
We ain't letting off the gas just because we got some scrubs.
Mack off the draw play.
Look at that.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me flip to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They try again with Scarborough, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's see what we can do.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now Greer. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument.
Yeah, look at that
you can say on the other side.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't even try to get the ball, dog.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big
had the
there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
If he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Is that Tristan Hill? Yup. UCF in the building. Quincy didn't get the tackle, but Tristan sure did.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
Yeah, stop looking at the field. Look,
so for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.